Cheers, I do buckaroos. Now the heck are you? The Dubliners playing whiskey in a jar. And that's how we're going to start St. Patrick's Day. These are my first alcoholic beverages on St. Patrick's Day, believe it or not. And I couldn't find a Guinness, so I went ahead and bought a Murphy's. They had a good price on it, 4.9 ounce cans, 4% only. But it is an Irish beer, by golly, so I figured, what the heck. Although it does say United Kingdom, it doesn't say it's fruited. Product of the United Kingdom. Okay, now I'm pissed off. Now I'm pissed! Why did I think Murphy's was Irish? I don't know. I did, though. I did. The store was out of Guinness, so it was my only option. United Kingdom. Oh my gosh, I can't drink this shit now. Anyways, fuck you, United Kingdom. Fuck you all. Anyway, get your ass out of Northern Ireland. Quit trying to take over the world. I mean, in fact, you already lost that bid, so just get out of Ireland. I mean, you've given up everything else. I don't let you keep Canada. You can keep Canada. Fuck it, I don't care. But get your ass out of the United Kingdom. I didn't realize that. I wouldn't have bought it. Why did I think it was an Irish beer? I don't know. Once again, I haven't had anything to drink. Anyways, I digress. So anyway, I poured a little more than half of that can into my Guinness glass with an ounce and a half of, the Jameson Black Barrel. We're going to do an old-fashioned Boilermaker. We're going to combine my Irish and American cultures here. And we're going to drop that and go. Are you ready? And that's how you start St. Patrick's Day. I've been struggling with this St. Patrick's Day, in all honesty. I know it's not a big holiday for some, but we always treat it different in our family. And it was started with me, to be honest with you. Me and my wife and I guess I should say. A little louder than I thought it was. Let me turn down a notch. When the kids were little, my wife and I started this tradition because she has an Irish heritage as well. So the leprechaun would come to visit. So what the leprechaun did is he would come in the wee early mornings, and he would make a little bit of a mess, toss some stuff around, throw a few potatoes here and there, some chocolate gold coins, and then each kid would get a treat. I don't know why we started. We both just had an idea and we went with it. And now my daughter does that for grandkids, which is great, because like I said, they didn't do that in my family or hers. It's a family tradition we started, but then it became more than that, right? Especially Seamus. As Seamus got older, he really had an interest in cooking. So him and I would spend usually weeks planning the menu for St. Patrick's Day, and we would do some Irish American stuff. Of course, we do the American corned beef. But then we would try to add one traditional Irish dish every year. His personal favorite was Colcannon. And I know I've said this ad nauseum at this point, but I never know if you watched it before or not. But grief doesn't work on a straight line, you know. People like to tell you anyway, it gets better with time. It does. Nothing gets better with time. The first time somebody tells you it gets better with time, just turn around and walk away, because they have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. They just do not. Things don't get better with time. You learn to move forward or you don't. It really is that simple. But grief doesn't move on a straight line. Some it's not even years. It's some days, some minutes are better, and some are worse. And for whatever reason, it just hit me hard this particular St. Patrick's Day, and I didn't even buy a corned beef in all honesty. I didn't want to do a corned beef. I didn't want to do anything. I had a friend ask me earlier if I was going to make some Colcannon. I said, that was Seamus' favorite, and I just can't get myself to make it this year. I might make some champ. I don't know. I'm going to play. I didn't even buy anything, right? I didn't buy a corned beef. I didn't buy a pork loin. I didn't buy lamb. I didn't buy anything. I didn't buy beef or lamb to make stew. I I didn't buy anything because I'm just not feeling it, man. So I'm trying to feel it a little bit, but I'm having a hard time, you know. Anyways, we pour the rest of this Murphy's in here. Got the widget in there, that rocket widget anyway. Cheers. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm not trying to make you feel sorry for me or make you sad or anything. I'm just being honest with just kind of what I do. Some folks like it, some don't. I never intentionally try to piss anybody off, but I seem to piss a lot of people off without even trying. But, you know, if nothing else, I mean, I'm always honest with you wherever I'm at any given moment, and I'm just struggling this year with St. Patrick's Day. And some years I kind of force it, right? I make myself go buy that corned beef or buy whatever, buy the stuff to make that somewhat traditional Irish stew. I'm not a big lamb guy, so I don't usually buy lamb. If I do buy lamb, I always mix it with beef and or pork. But I usually do a beef or pork, in all honesty. Although lamb is traditional, I know. But I try to keep the spice palette and the vegetables as traditional as possible. Which is rather difficult for me because I like to add a lot of herbs that wouldn't be traditional, but anyway. I try. But I never got around to buying anything this year, man. I was struggling. I tried decorating for St. Patrick's Day at one point, and then I just quit. I just couldn't do it anymore. I don't know. Anyways, not to bring you down, happy St. Patrick's Day. So, yeah, I won't say it's going to be just another day because we're going to try to celebrate in some ways. Might try to watch The Quiet Man. I love watching that one on St. Patrick's Day. We've already watched Darby O'Gill and the Little People twice leading up to St. Patrick's Day, but it's funny coming up to St. Patrick's Day. I wasn't trying to get in the mood, but I felt like the closer I got to today, the harder it was for me to cope with the day. So this is me doing my best to cope with St. Patrick's Day. This is nice. Murphy's is okay. I mean, I was kind of hard on it earlier. I've never liked it as well as Guinness. In all honesty, I find it watery. It doesn't have as much flavor as Guinness. It is a little creamier, so if that's what you're looking for. But I do find the body awful watery for a stout. But then I'm an American. I like my stout a little bit bigger than 4%. I want my stout to be stout. I like an American version of a dry stout that typically runs about 6%. That's what I like. But anyways, I digress. I am going to have one more beer with you. I'm going to put this off to the side. And a few more shenanigans. I'll pour the rest of this. Probably just shy of an ounce left there, because this is an 1.5 ounce glass. Here's what I got left. So I picked up this one the other day, Maguire's Draft Stout. Produced and bottled by State of Brewing, Waunakee, Wisconsin. So if that tells you who brews it, it is 4.2%. Yeah, it was an Aldi find, but I figured out what the hell. Well, it pours rather nice. Let me show you that beer. It does pour nice. I'll put the bottle up there for you to look at. So I spent in Quincy 6 long months doing nothing at all. 6 long months I spent in Quincy in the dance for playing against ball. Anyway, well, I'm starting to get in the mood now. Stepped in again, I stepped out, now I stepped in again. Dance for Flanagan's Ball. Jameson's Black Barrel, triple distilled. There we go, 80 proof Irish. Got a little bit left here. A lot of vanilla and toffee on the nose. I get some herbal notes. You might feel a hint of anise. Maybe a little sassafras. I don't know if sassafras be considered herbal or botanical. I'm not sure. Anyways, I digress. Don't must do nothing at all. Learn to dance for Flanagan's Ball. Using my left-handed Ireland mug. Why is it a left-handed mug, you say, Tom? Well, if I hold it with my right hand, you can't see the Ireland. I don't know. I'm not even sure where we picked up this glass. I think my wife got it at a thrift store like 100 years ago. Not that long, but I'm guessing at least 2 decades. I mean, I've had this glass for a while, man. It's been boxed and unboxed for various moves, and it's still hanging in there. So anyway, cheers. You do feel some nice roasted barley notes. I've never had this before, by the way. It's the first time I popped it. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's not knocking my socks off, in all honesty. I was hoping for more. It doesn't have that dry stout finish that I like, that even a few American craft breweries can get. But it's not horrible. It was $6.99 a 6-pack. I figured, what the hell. But again, I was hoping for a little more, in all honesty. But it's not the worst thing I've ever had my lips around. So anyway, learning to dance for Flanagan's Ball. Anyways, I digress. So I may do another video later after I figure out, what food we might have. I don't know. I'm just, like I said, I'm just struggling this year. I mean, I wanted to go out and buy thought about buying a pork roast, thought about buying, doing a pork stew, doing a pork roast, doing a pork roast with some champ. And man, every time I thought about going to the store, I would get anxious. I'd feel a panic attack coming on. So, I just decided to throw my hands up in there. So I don't know what we're gonna have, but we'll do something. I won't starve. I got other food in there. I don't know. Anyways, I hope the Rocky Road to Devil. I hope you're all doing all right on this St. Patrick's Day. I am Tom the Beer Whisperer, Beer Evangelist, prolific beer drinker, purveyor, wisdom man. All right, good guy. Cheers.